Absolute pleasure to be here.
And on What's Brewing today, Rangsons Aerospace, a Tier 1 partner to major global aviation and aerospace OEMs, has bagged 300 crore rupees from ValueQuest Investment Advisors. Based in Mysuru, the company provides satellite communication systems, airborne thermal management solutions, and fluid distribution systems to global aerospace companies. Joining me now to outline the firm's growth blueprint is Pawan Ranga, the MD of Rangsons Aerospace. Pawan, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. You know, before we get into the details of the fundraise, right, if you could sort of take us through the kind of solutions and products that you have on offer and sort of, you know, put it in layman terms for us to understand.
Yeah, thank you. Pleasure to be here. You know, basically when our Honorable Prime Minister told us that we have to be Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, I took it to heart. We set up a product development company, and I was wondering what we should develop for the Indian Ministry of Defense. Realized that a lot of the airborne cooling systems, actually close to 95% of it was imported. So we started developing airborne cooling. Basically, when you sit in an aircraft, passengers need to be at a comfortable temperature, but so do the electronics, so does the engine. So we provide the cooling systems and solutions for aircrafts, airborne systems. And while we were developing that, we said, look, why don't we even do communications? And so we got into SATCOM solutions, you know, very interesting satellite communications. Basically, on the commercial aviation side, you use SATCOM for internet, for any kind of communications. And then the fluid conveyance system was a very interesting one. It is a very unique space, very few players in the world. We had an Israeli company come in and propose this, that we set up this competence in India. And basically, if you strip open an aircraft or an engine, you only see tubes and ducts. So you know, and we decided that we'll do that. And over the years, I'm very happy to say that we've become Tier 1 to most of the global aerospace majors.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, you have a whole host of clients, both in India and around the world. If you could give us a sense of the kind of clients that you're catering to, and what do you think India needs, and what does India need to do to boost the domestic ecosystem for aerospace firms like yours?
Look, the first thing is, I think aerospace manufacturing is a very unique engineering, precision engineering thinking. So I think India needs to build a culture of getting things first time right, a culture of manufacturing very critical components, you know, that have a lot of complexities. This culture will come only over time with practice and with more and more companies coming into this. Now, the opportunity is there. It's an opportune moment because a lot of the Western aerospace companies are really not finding the engineering talent required in the West. And they were historically looking at China, but now due to geopolitics, China is out. So India happens to be in a perfect position to leverage that opportunity. I think building this culture of core engineering-driven manufacturing will also help the domestic ecosystem, because historically we've done fairly simple manufacturing. So I think that is going to really benefit the Indian ecosystem as well.
Sure, absolutely. And, you know, you've raised this 300 crore rupees to expand your operational capacity as well as look at new business areas, right? If you could take us through how you're going to spend these funds and, you know, which are the companies that you're looking at for strategic acquisitions with the funds that you've raised? Is there anyone that you're in talks with? You know, give us a sense of what your plans are on that front.
Look, organically, we are experiencing significant growth on all three verticals to put things in place. You know, this year, March end, we will probably end up with a 94% growth. Next year, we have a visibility for a 120% growth. So we need a lot of organic expansion. The money will go into both R&D as well as manufacturing and engineering team build-up and infrastructure. But, you know, I believe that, you know, this is a window of opportunity. Not too often will you be in a position where you can provide more and more solutions through a risk mitigated scale platform that you can establish for aerospace majors around the world. And we've done that. Now our customers are like, what else can you give me through this? You're able to give quality, you're able to absorb new technology. So give us more. And also when I went to the US, when I look at the US and Europe, I see so many companies with core technologies not having a proper succession option. So we're taking these two opportunities, trying to bring different competencies together So to give you an example, for example, aircrafts need to reduce its weight. A lot of what we do now is metal manufacturing. We are now trying to see if we can do non-metal composites and composite critical detailed parts. Not even a single company today does that in India. And this can't be done organically. It's a very long gestation. So we said, let's go to the US, let's go to Europe, pick up a couple of companies through acquisitions. And that's the journey we're on. We are in talks with a couple of companies. Unfortunately, I've signed NDAs with them. But these are very interesting targets, having some core competence, core technologies that I think will benefit the Indian ecosystem as well significantly.
Absolutely. And if you could quickly tell us in 20 seconds, we're running out of time, take us through the revenue picture, how much you're currently clocking. You're saying you're looking at 95% growth by the end of this year. And which part of the business are you seeing the most demand for?
Actually, we're seeing demand across the board, both with the Indian Ministry of Defense and with the global aerospace guys. So the growth is very well balanced. We're going to be about a 250 crore company next year going into 25-26. But what's interesting is that we have over 1,500 crores of order book already with us. So we're very excited about the journey for going forward.
So strong order book there. All right. Pawan, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. And we wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But